Good afternoon, freshers. And first of all, a wholehearted congratulations for making it to one of the prestigious colleges of our country. And I'm Shamvi Chaturvedi and sophomore from the Civil Engineering Department. And along with me, I have Shubham, who will and we both will be the host for this orientation.
Good morning, everyone. Once again, a big congratulations for making it to DTU. This is Shubham from the Environmental Engineering Department, and I welcome all the participants in this 2020 edition of SKIS orientation for the students admitted recently. 2020 hasn't really been the best year for any of us uh, due to the pseudo solitary confinement that has been imposed in the form of lockdown to us. But as they say, all's well if it's end well. And here we are connected digitally in this new normal for our orientation.
And we all know that things have been pretty tough lately, and you haven't been actually able to go to college and meet your seniors there, interact with them. But here we are trying our best to compensate and give you the best virtual orientation you can ever have. So, without any further delay, I'd start by telling you about some rules and regulations which you need to be follow. So, first of all of you are requested to please keep your mic mute all the time throughout the presentation. And you're also not required to click on any present now screen. And any violation of these rules will unfortunately result in removal of the participant. So, please keep all these rules in your mind.
Next slide, Shambhavi. Now that you know what are the rules to stay in this orientation, we would tell you what's for you in this orientation. We'll start off with the introduction of a society. Many of you might be wondering and assuming stuff, so we'll surely like to clear the air before we move ahead to the introduction of our team, which would be followed by what do we do section, highlighting our ambitions from ourselves and what do we aim to do as a community for our institute and society as a whole.
So once we are done with it, we'll have a much awaited panel who will share their experience with ski and the importance of extracurriculars in your college life. And moving on, we'll also brief you about what we have done in the past years so that you can get a sense of what you'll be dealing with during your tenure with ski if you are selected. So, post which we'll be flaunting our alumni base who are now well settled in diverse domains all over the world, and also our current seniors who have secured amazing placements and internships from prestigious organizations, which further validates our proven track record. So, we understand that you can be quite curious and still have something or some questions in your mind, for which we'll be having a Q&A session in the end so that no query is left unanswered. So stay tuned till the end so that you can have your queries answered.
SKI, as you may all be knowing, is the oldest technical society of DTU. We are a community of students who work towards imparting practical knowledge and learning to all the members of the society. SKI comes with the opportunities to take part in various competitions in which you can showcase your technical knowledge and skill, be it writing blogs on a recent environmental concern or be it conducting a conference on an engineering breakthrough. We have it all for you.
So basically, ski also helps in acquiring people skills, which is imperative to a bright future. While participating in various activities, you can learn how to effectively interact with others, and you can also broaden your skill set, such as work ethics, time management, and etc. Leading an organization can make you a confident leader. And even if you're just a member, you can demonstrate qualities including teamwork and dedication. So while focusing solely on academics can get you all the O's, but these lectures and assignments will also put you under a lot of stress. So maintaining a well-balanced experience in college will enhance your academic performance as well. So taking a break from all of it, ski gives you a different environment with like-minded people and fun activities that give you the much-needed change while keeping you healthy. And not only this, but we also conduct various types of events, seminars, workshops, and or conferences, which we'll be briefly telling you about later in the presentation.
What's the history of SKI? Well, SKI was founded in 2009 by then civil engineering students, Mr. Kumar Vivek and Mr. Misal R. Srivastav, under our faculty advisor, Honorable Professor A.K. Srivastav, sir, and under the guidance of then HOD A.K. Gupta, sir. And ever since its formation, we have never looked back. SKI has grown from a group of students who started the Society for a Tech Fest to one of the top society of DTU, with more than 120 plus active members as of today. With our students chapter in Lucknow University and NIT Uttarakhand, we are further strengthening out our outreach outside DTU.
So at Ski, we have always ensured that we recruit the best minds of DTU so that you look up to the best of the people that you can. So on the screen is our talented and enthusiastic council for the ongoing year. And all of them are individuals with an abundance of achievements. And they are the ones who ensure that we as a society are on the right path. So basically, we are a community of engineers who work upon various exciting and brain challenging projects in a sustainable way. And apart from it, we also organize, like I said, various seminars and conferences to inculcate a feeling of knowledge and problem solving. And apart from it, our council members are always there for you to mentor you so that you achieve a successful career.
So, well, let's talk about our past competitions and events. So, diving into our previous events, we move on to the highlight of the year. Aman Tattarwal visiting DTU with a crowd of 1,500 people at the open air theatre. We made sure that it goes as one of the most successful events of DTU for that year. So, I think you guys already know who he is, and hence I won't be introducing him. Being a part of Ski gives you multiple opportunities to grow your connections. Meeting new people and establishing relationships will help you in the future. Since you are part of the ski, you will meet people with common interests, making it easier to understand them. It would provide you with a whole new opportunity to build some valuable connections. And we are planning to host alumni meetups and panel discussions by experts, which might lead to potential employment opportunities as well in the near future. So this is the LAN gaming tournament that we hosted last year and received immense response, just like every other event that we conduct. And yes, it was PUBG Mobile. You are into research. We conducted an annual conference on water sustainability last year, and the students presented their research papers and competed for the awards. So you'll be having a lot of opportunities in this field also. So now talking about few of the webinars that we pulled off even during this chaotic year of 2020, and it ranged from various informative sessions by civil services aspirants to who aced the exam, and we even hosted the likes of Professor Chetan Solanki, who is also known as the Solar Man of India. And we also hosted a grand event on the Gandhi Jayanti in which we had a faculty panel ranging from colleges all over the country.
And not only this, we also provide you industrial visits, field trips, etc., so that you can gain a first hand experience and exposure to various technical and industrial processes.
So next up, we are going to tell you about various achievements that our society members have made. And this is basically the Tech Fest Invictus, in which ski was one of the most prominent society that could be seen in DTU. And here we came up with innovative and sustainable solutions to various real life problems. And yes, ski was the leading society in Invictus, the Tech Fest of DTU.
So, moving on to the esteemed body of panelists that we have lined up for you. So, we are honored to have Professor Amit Kumar Srivastav with us, who is the faculty advisor of SKI and associate dean of Department of Civil Engineering.
Srivastava sir, are you there?
So you want me to say something now or what?
Yes, sir, please continue.
Yes, sir, you can.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sambhavi, and thank you very much. I am Subhas.
Shubham.
Your name is?
Shubham.
Shubham and Sambhavi. And I must, Professor A.K. Gupta, patron of the Society of Civil and Environmental Engineers. Distinguished alumni present here. I can see the smiling face of Missal. He was very active during when we have started the formation of this ski society. And I tell you, the name of ski, purposely after too much brainstorming, we have kept the name of ski as a society of civil and environmental engineers. The reason was that we wanted that whoever is the society member now, they can continue their membership a lifelong process for a lifelong time. So because if you are an engineer, you are engineer for a lifelong. So that's why we wanted to connect. If you are getting passed out from the DTU, and then also you can continue to be a member of SKI. And I am seeing that whatever is our goal or whatever is our objectives, that many of the objectives we have achieved, and now we are getting our student associations of SKI and the office bearer of the earlier SKI, they are also joining to the SKI time to time conference, webinar, or they are always there to help us or guide us how to do better in the SKI. I am also thankful that Priyansh is here. Priyansh is doing MS in Georgia Tech, and Kritik Ramesh is also here. He is doing the MS at Stanford University. See, connecting you people with this alumni, or connecting you people with the faculty member, connecting you people with the peer group, the very purpose is that of this is that when you grow, when you want to achieve something while pursuing your BTech in DTU, you should have ample opportunity to select your mentor, to select your guide, to select your peer, so that he will guide you properly to get that whatever you want to have. You want to study outside of the country, the people are there who is going to help you. A long chain of persons are there. The member of the SKI, they are there who are outside of the country. They are going for the higher educations. People working in the civil services or government services or engineering services or different work of the engineering systems. They are there, administrative systems. They are there to help you. Similarly, if you want to have your venture, your own companies or innovations or something like that, the ample of persons are there who is connected with their own companies and innovative works and all. So you will be getting all the flavor. So first of all, I want to congratulate all the newcomers, new students who have selected DTU as their destination for pursuing the BTech programs. So I must congratulate all the students, because I know that how much hard work you have put into to get selected into the or for getting admission into the DTU. And I'm sure that some of the US students have taken that civil engineering as a branch, or environmental engineering branch, or any other engineering branch. See, I tell you, in the Society of Civil and Environmental Engineers, we are not trying to make any boundary of the branches, because environment and civil, both are things that is very much necessary for the society. And I tell you, the SKI now, it is not, they are not only working for the civil and environmental engineers, they are working for all. And that's why your student presidents, your coordinators, everybody is there here. We have put many goals for us to achieve, and some of the goals we have achieved, like opening up the society's branches in the different institutes in India. So we have achieved a little bit in that, and we are working to have more and more student chapters in different institutes of India. Similarly, we are working to open up Indian Geotechnical Society student chapter in DTU. We are working in that direction. Hopefully, coming semesters we will be getting it into that. And one more thing that we are that is in the card, and you all will, we all will work together, then we will achieve that. We want a series of webinar or conferences, or either online, and if the situation becomes okay after the COVID-19, this one we can have the offline. So on sustainable engineering, on the topic of the sustainable engineering, we want to bring all the top brain of the world to deliver their thoughts, to deliver their lectures, so that everybody, either it is a civil engineer, environmental engineer, electrical engineer, IT engineer, any branch of engineering, sustainability is the main thing, and sustainability becomes a buzzword. But sometimes we are using it, but we are not practicing it. So we want to inculcate that every student or every member should have sustainability in his mind. So we are working in that. Hopefully, your Abhishek will further discuss on this topic, and we will be starting that. And at last, I want to congratulate that the society office bearers, society's members, they have worked very hard. Here you see the society of civil and environmental engineers. They are not working in piece and part. They are not working for themselves. SKI has collaborated at many distinguished platform, and given his contributions during the COVID-19 period. Like in the outreach office, we have conducted many webinars. We have about 6,000 persons. We have joined through the 6,000 persons has joined through the webinar, and in that, SKI was a very good partner of outreach activities, and they have contributed a lot for success of this type of webinar. So you see, the SKI, it is not we are working individually. We are trying to connect different aspects of the DTU or different aspects of the society also with us, and we grow with them. So, and this is very important because see, we should learn how to work with the society. We should learn how to do or what to do for the society. It is not only take and take. We should learn how to give and give. So normally we join anything we with this impression that what I will get from it, what I will get from the SKI. But I want that you will get something from the SKI, but you try to give more to the SKI. So this habit or this things you have to keep in mind, not only for I'm talking about that SKI. Every walk of your life, whatever you do, what you take from the society, what you take from the DTU, similarly, you should know what you give to the society, what you give to the SKI, and what you give to the DTU. That's why you see the many of the alumni you see here, they are not here to take something from us. They are here to give something to us, whatever they have learned from us, whatever they have learned from their alma maters or something. So they are trying to disseminate this thing to everybody. So with that, I am very much thankful and hopeful that this orientation program will be very, very successful, and more students community will join to this program, and more work for the student community, for the society at large, we will do it. So with this, I am just thankful to the organizer who has given me the time to speak something in front of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable inputs. So,
Now we are going to have Professor A.J. Gupta sir, who is the chief patron of SKI, and he's a former head of Department Civil Engineering and MTech NIT Kurukshetra, and has done his PhD from IIT Bombay. Sir, the stage is all yours.
Okay, thank you very much, and good afternoon to all the students. And I'm happy to see that about 100 students are there, and apart from Professor Amit Srivastava. And as Professor Amit Srivastava has widely outlined the scope of SKI, what SKI is meant for, and what we are meant for, and what is our organization, and what we should move further, and where we should interact. Okay. So it was a very good outline, in depth. Professor Amit has explained to all of us, and I'm very happy. I can say I'm lucky that I'm associated with SKI for a long time, since the founding of SKI. I am there in SKI, and I have seen many activities that SKI has carried out, and I am really proud of it. And SKI has seen many developments since very beginning. We had a humble beginning, and then we started expanding our activity, and it is because of students who have taken interest in it. So credit goes to students, and successively, year by year, many students were deeply involved with the SKI. And we have done so many things, so many activities with ISKI. Professor Amit has um, dealt with the what philosophy we have in ISKI, and how we can move further, and what scope we can have in ISKI. This is all, everything is told by Professor Amit, and hopefully we will go further as an organization. Our basic objective is to have a vibrant organization. Means we are active. Means we should show our activity throughout the year, isn't it? And we should have some innovative ideas. Okay, and for that we have a very good team. It is ISKI is uh, living its life, and ISKI is moving up because we always had some vibrant, some active members in it. Okay, so credit goes to students for it. And this time also, I have seen so many people are there listening to me now. About 86 presence is there. They, as ISKI, we are a team, all right. And as team and as members, we have, although we are active, but we can always improve it, all right. As a organization, we must have something in our mind, all right. So as ISKI, what you should do, what student members should do, they should have some continuous interaction with faculty members, faculty advisor, as well as me also, all right. Once in a month, I think, will be enough, so that we can discuss activities, we can design activities, and how far we can take activities. This is very good, very important thing, so that we can have a a good life ahead, all right. So students should do it, all right, although they are already doing, but we can move further. If we have to live in an organization like ISKI, we must have energy in us, all right. We must be motivated, correct? So motivation will come when you work as a group, and you have interaction with Amit, as well as for me, all right. And a few things that I will not take much time. Few things I will advise you is that keep a link. All right, you should keep a link with the past. All right, history is very important. Okay, we should keep a link with the past, and we should know what activities your previous teams have carried out. All right, so keep a record of that. Correct. This will be helpful to you, and this will uh, help you to link with your future teams also, correct. And it will also help you in designing more events, correct. So what activities our previous teams have carried out, have a uh, have a written record, all right. A written document should be there, correct, so that you can keep it, and one team can pass on to other team, all right. So this is one thing that I would like to say. And we have alumni, we have a bank account also, and we can try that you can get some donation in your account, all right. And we can also try that this donation in ISKI can be made a tax free, may get some tax concession also. So this thing will happen when you hold meetings among you, as well as the faculty members associated with ISKI. All right. So it is good. I think this is the this event is for registration, and I hope that many students you will enroll with ISKI, and many activities you will carry out. And since this is the beginning, so I extend my best wishes to all the students associated with ISKI. I hope our family will increase, and we can. There is no limitation in ISKI. Okay, members can be outside DTU also, correct? So I hope that there will be a means future is good and the students will act together, and I hope that in future we will come to know some good events from ISKI. All right. So we are always there to we would like to interact with you in future also. Okay. So with these words, I thank you very much, and I wish that you will have a great future ahead in ISKI, and you will entertain yourself, and you will enjoy ISKI. All right. And enjoyment gives you enthusiasm. All right. Energy to move forward. Okay. So with these words, my best wishes to you. Have a nice time. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, sir, for your insightful inputs. And now I am also glad to announce that this room was full and we have a parallel meeting going on where the 30 to 50 students have already joined. So yes, this orientation is going to be the greatest one so far. So next, we have our next speaker.
So, next
Thank
up
you.
in our prestigious panel, we have Mr. Priyan Sharma, who is who graduated in 2019 in Department of Environmental Engineering and is currently pursuing MS from Georgia Tech. So, up to you, sir.
Can you all hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir,
Hello?
Go
sir,
ahead.
you are audible.
Cool.
Go ahead. You are audible.
Cool. Thank you, sir. Yes, I'm from the class of 2019. I was also this is a random tidbit, but also the rank opener for environmental engineering for my year. So that was that. Overall, environmental engineering is crucial to our current world, and I'm really enthused to see so many people join this orientation. So yeah, thank you.
Thanks a lot for your input, sir. Shambhavi, next slide. Now we have with us Karthik Ramesh, who is an MS admit in Stanford University, and he is the class of 2019 student from Department of Environmental Engineering from our very college, DTU. Sir, you can speak.
Hi everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
All right. Thanks for the introduction. And I mean, I'm from the same class as Priyansh, and we pretty much spent all all our classes and like all our time in DTU together. We kind of did the same research project as well. So I think like one thing that I'll keep it brief, but the one thing that I would kind of advise people is try to find people who are like-minded and share the same goal as you and collaborate and try to learn, because I think that's one thing that I really found useful in my experience in DTU. So
Yes,
find
I
like-minded
completely agree.
individuals, work towards your common goal, and grow together.
Yeah, like just to add on to it, Karthik and I have spent countless hours in the dorm studying, creating the venture. Just like a companion is crucial. Teachers and the professors are crucial just as much, but find people who are like-minded. I do entirely resonate with that. I'm so sorry for jumping in.
Oh no, I mean like that's pretty much what I wanted to go over. So I mean, thanks for the opportunity, and like if you guys have any questions, you can reach out at the end.
Thanks a lot, sir. And it was very nice to hear that the fact that you need a companion in the college, because yes, we are realizing it as the years are proceeding in the college. So next on we have Mr. R. Shivastav, who is the co-founder of Ski DTU, and he is an AIR 103 in IES exam of 2016, and he is a BTech class of 2012, Department of Civil Engineering. So you can speak.
Yeah. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're
Yes, sir,
audible.
you are audible.
Yeah, so thanks for inviting me, and pretty much a huge gathering we are having right now. And first of all, a warm good afternoon to all the respected professor, Professor Gupta sir, Professor AK sir, and luckily Professor AK Gupta sir was my project mentor at my final year of project. We did a project on fly ash uh, and lime stabilization of the soil. So it is good to see you, sir, after so
Thank
long.
you very much.
Been, yes, sir. And thank you, sir, for inviting me. And a warm good afternoon to all the budding engineers also. See, first of all, welcome all the young guns to this grand DTU. Trust me, this is the start of a roller coaster ride. You are going to explore and grow so much, both intellectually and socially. Yes, previous speaker that Priyansh and Karthik said that companion and the exposure and the time which you spent on the ventures and thinking and collaborating with the seniors, professors, your colleagues, your juniors is going to be of immense help for all of you, right? So do uh, involve yourself in the day-to-day activities of the college and in specifically the ski, right? So before dwelling into the importance of joining societies and clubs in colleges and engineering services, let me tell you why ski was even thought of. वैसे AK sir has told in detail why it was formed, but yeah, those days were like there was no dedicated civil and environmental engineering oriented societies or clubs in the erstwhile DC. So we thought we deliberated upon the idea with AK sir, with Gupta sir, and they were of immense help. The entire administration was of immense help. They pushed us to form the society, to draft the proposal, and trust me, even erecting a society from scratch taught us so much. It was like a greenfield project for us. There was nothing with us. Uh, but but we prepared a draft proposal at that time, right, covering every aspect like governing council, financial aspects, scope of activities, the whole process of approval. It took us by we did really hard work. AK sir was available. In fact, I remember that we spent till 9 p.m. also at those time कि हाँ कैसे इसको आगे बढ़ाना है, इसमें क्या क्या changes हैं. तो those were the days. So personally, I learned a lot about the challenges and effort it takes to create something, to involve yourself in something, to be behind of something which is going to be so active in coming 10 years. I am so glad to see ski in such a shape that more than about 150 students, like Shubham has said, ki there are parallel rooms are running, so I'm so glad that 150 odd students are and faculty members are there in this present this webinar. So uh, even after the uh, ski on inauguration of the ski, we conducted many seminars, workshops, and learned so much. So the learning never stopped, like, right? So in fact, there was this conference on. Let me tell you an example how such societies and clubs benefits you, right? So there was a seminar on water conservation, and let me tell you guys that today I'm involved with Namami Gange project and National Hydrology project. So the brief insights of those days, those little lessons, those short talks with the dignitaries, those professors, and the deliberations which we did during the conferences is of immense help right now. You don't know where you get the opportunity to use those extra bit of knowledge to prove that and to succeed in the any discussion or put your point forward, right? And subsequently it enhances your confidence. Ultimately it boosts your morale. Basically, even in during placements, suppose during HR or during technical round, they may ask you not from very traditional, not only bending moment shear force question, but they may ask, हाँ, what are the current trends in geospatial mapping? So what is drone flying, what is GPS. So you have to be little bit aware of your surroundings, right? So technically you get to know various advances in various subfields of environmental and civil engineering, right? By involving yourself in such societies. See, for example, there was this workshop on earthquake by Professor Rao from IIT Delhi. It was on the very first day of the inauguration. His sheer lucid way of explaining things made my interest in the earthquake designs. Right. In fact, my network grew. By involving myself in the ski, my network grew. And recently, see, the networking is very much important. Very much has the importance in your if you want to grow professionally and technically. In fact, I recently had a conversation with a friend who did his BTech from IT Roorkee, but we talked so much and we talked about the application of geospatial information system in civil engineering, like how can we leverage the geospatial analysis to cut short the time and money wastage, like at what should be the ways in which the trucks with all the raw material, reinforcement, cement can be managed so that there should not be unnecessary halt, delays, and subsequent wastage of money. So such exposures and conversations uh, with your network, your peers, your professors, like Professor Gupta sir said that you should link yourself with the past, with the present faculty, with the present seniors, with the present juniors. The linkage is very important, right? Like Professor Srivastava sir has said, he get yourself involved because that enhances your personality, your exposure, right? In fact, if I have to tell about the importance of societies and clubs in the engineering services, the first advantage will be your interview, because the technical part will be taken care by the written exam, right? But they are not going to ask you in the interview the traditional bending moment questions, and they will ask, but apart from that they will ask you what you perceive from your surroundings. I mean surroundings, I don't mean only the physical surroundings, but what is happening in the domain of your field, right? So if you are an environmental engineer, so what is the application of geospatial analysis, geospatial information system, Internet of Things? Yeah, because you can monitor various parameters of environmental related things using IoT and all. So they try to gauge your awareness. They try to gauge your personality, right? So for example, like one of the questions the chair asked me was, do you know the what atrium and how it is related to green building? What atrium is? So luckily, in one of our industrial visit conducted by ski only, we had the opportunity to see the atrium. Atrium is basically a huge, large space in the like central without any columns and a few columns only. So basically, it is related to green building. Like it provides so much of light. If it had the roof transparent, it allows the sunlight to enter your building. So it reduces the cost of lighting, the flow circulation, the exhaust expenditure also gets reduced. So overall it saves energy and it comes matlab, saves your savings on energy and money also. So there was a question on gantry gutter also for me. Have you seen gantry gutter, where and how? So in also one of the other visits, we got the opportunity to visit a Samsung unit in the outskirts of Delhi only. So we saw the entire assembly line. Luckily, there was huge gantry gutters, the chain and pulleys. So what that interviewer is searching in you is that the real expression. And when you say something with full conviction, मतलब full confidence, सामने वाले को पता चल जाता है कि आप झूठ बोल रहे हो या सच बोल रहे हो, because they are having such kind of experience. So then the other person appreciates your exposure and knowledge कि हाँ इस बंदे ने कुछ कुछ तो मतलब एक्स्ट्रा सीखा है और अपने सराउंडिंग से कुछ ना कुछ परसीव किया है और अपने आप में इम्बाइब किया है. So guys, in a nutshell, I would like to tell all of you to join ski. So study is obviously very important, your CG is very important, right? But don't just enroll. जस्ट फॉर द सेक ऑफ सर्टिफिकेट, हाँ मेरे को प्लेसमेंट में सर्टिफिकेट्स लगाने हैं और मैं स्की का एक सर्टिफिकेट लगा दूंगा, नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. Involve yourself, do some running from here and there, participate yourself, involve yourself, uh, sweat uh, some energy, expend some energy behind any activity you get involved in, right? These things will grow you into a great professional, trust me. And when you enter a service and when you enter a job, the confidence with which you deal with your seniors or any other entity, it enhances your overall personality basically. So this will make your life easy at the later stage of your career, right? So in a nutshell, please, I welcome you all, and like I said, sorry, uh, I welcome you all, and do enroll in this society, as this is growing really well. It is going outside DTU. It has established various chapters like Shubham has said and like Srivastava sir has said. So with that, I would like to rest my speech with the saying of the Albert Einstein, who once said, "The only source of knowledge is experience." And to modify it a little bit, the only source of knowledge is exposure. So get yourself involved with ski and get exposed to the real experiences. So thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your insightful experience. So, next up, we have our current president of the society, Abhishek Sharma, sir, who is also the placement coordinator of environmental engineering. So, up to you, sir.
See Professor A.K. Srivastava and Professor A.K. Gupta, all are respected alumni. Won't take much time as lot has been conveyed by many achievers. So for all freshers present here, trust me, being in ski will give you an immense pleasure and a journey full of opportunities. You'll have a lot of practical trainings apart from your core curriculum and apart from your as a person. And associations, interacting with a lot of people. So opportunities are immense. Just this organization require a passion from your side. Keep interacting with the professors. You'll gain a lot of knowledge in your core subjects. Keep interacting with your seniors. You'll get to know ground reality, and you'll be able to plan your future journey during your BTech. And that's it from my side. I just welcome you all to this orientation and be a part of the society. And journey is a lot for you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, next we take pride in telling you about various achievements which have been achieved by the members of our society and which have made us so proud. So, recently our environmental tech heads, Nimisha Singla and Anushka Raj, have secured the prestigious Mitax Global Link internship in Canada. And for you people who don't know about what it is one of the most coveted foreign internships that a lot of people apply to. So, we are very proud of them.
We also have a coordinator Harshit Sharma with us, and he's an upcoming intern in IIT Kanpur, and he's also going to be a United Nations intern very soon.
Also, our president Abhishek Sharma sir also secured internship and PPO offer at MetaClean Environmental Solutions.
Now we are going to have you have a look on the alumni network that we have possessed as a society. Shambhavi.
Yeah, so we have Kumar Vivek from the batch of 2013 who secured AIR 278 in UPSC Civil Services. Then we have Misal Roshan Srivastava sir, who was the co-founder of Ski D2, who just addressed you, and who secured AIR 103 in IES 2016. We also have Akshay Kalia sir from Philips, Spain. He has done his MBA from MDI Gurgaon. And we have Shubham Sharma, who is also associate at Boston Consulting Group.
Now we are glad to announce that our website will be live very soon, and it will be a single go-to platform to give you access of all the ongoing activities in our society, our past achievements, our alumni network, and it will be a single source of information for you all. so that we have a single source as to compile all the information that we put on various media handles. You can find it all on our website, which will launch very soon. So stay tuned.
So, talking about the important thing, the recruitments, right? So, the recruitment process will start from tonight only, and there'll be a Google form with a set of questions which will be circulated. And those of you who have found the orientation interesting can fill this, and those who are shortlisted will then be called for further interviews. So, all the best for that.
And we are now open for questions. You can just unmute your mic and ask questions to her, basically the guest we have on the pin. Anybody who wants to ask something?
What type of questions will be there?
Whom are you asking the question to?
You.
Can you repeat the question?
I am asking that what type of questions will be there in that form?
Well, it will be basic questions pertaining to the civil and environmental department, and we'll also have a basic aptitude question set also. So it will be a basic one for you. You can go through it. Won't be a tough one.
Any more
Anybody else who wants to ask a
questions?
question?
रिक्रूटमेंट प्रोसेस फिर से बता दो.
So we'll circulate a form
Shankar?
which will have some questions, general questions related to civil and environmental branches, not very complex, just the general ones, and on the basis of which we'll shortlist some people, which will be called for further interviews.
Thanks.
Yeah, sure.
Well, we have a question in the chat box that can CEO department also apply? Yes, you can, because we have departments, including we have upcoming departments which will be pertaining to the web development aspect. And yes, you can grow your you can grow your skill set from there. And yes, when it comes to sustainability, yes, is the next big thing. And every field is basically trying to achieve sustainability, be it the technical aspect or the non-tech companies.
So anyone wants to ask any more questions?
The interview will be a general interview or it will be of technical questions?
No, see, you are just freshers, right? So we don't expect you to have too much technical knowledge about your branches. So it will just be a general interview to know more about why do you want to join the society and a bit of general knowledge related to your branches. So that will be it.
So, Sambhavi, just I'm telling to all the students, it is not an interview, it is a interactions.
Yes, sir. Yes, definitely.
We interviewed for this. By getting the interactions, we get to know that where we can place you, what because in the ski we have the different activities. So which activities will be suitable? So that a general interactions, we will not say it as an interview. It is a interactions.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I want to ask that what facilities or benefits will this group provide if I am a civil services or IES aspirant?
Misal sir, would you like to answer this question?
Yeah, like I said, this will provide you the exposure and so that at the time of interview, basically, right? During the service, you will automatically learn many things, right? So, but these exposures, when you get into when you get involved yourself in the activities of the ski, then you will get the exposure of how things are going at in your domain. See, if you are a civil engineer, suppose you get the opportunity to interact with some professor and or get the opportunity to visit some place, and suppose those exposures comes handy at the time of the interview, because generally they used to ask few questions from the current trends, from the not so known or not so very known concepts. So at those times you will feel that you can write in your detailed application form that you are an active member, then you can drive your interview in the direction of the ski. So these societies, these technical societies put weightage that yes, you are a proactive member of a community and you aspire to do something for the society. So it anytime benefits you in the selection process and in during the service, your personality favors you, right? Because you get to know there will be subordinates, there will be seniors. So your interaction level and your the approach towards any problem or any work will definitely gets enhanced when you get involved yourself with the activities of the ski and other tech societies also.
So, Nimisha, we have Nimisha Singla also with us, who is the upcoming MeetX intern. Nimisha ma'am, would you like to say something
Yes,
on
hi
how
guys.
you
Yes, I was just basically getting to something. A lot of people are asking questions related MS and everything. तो अभी मेरे को तो बस internship ही मिला है, and but maybe Karthik sir would be able to get this answer this question better. But people are literally asking you कि आपने किया क्या है ऐसा Stanford में पहुंचने के लिए?
I mean, I think that's a very subjective question. Like, one thing that we need to look at when we're applying for higher studies is that it's hard to point out one or two factors or like just single out some of the parameters which like gets you into ABC college or a particular degree program. So foreign universities mostly look at a cumulative or like a combined performance that you have shown over 4 years of your undergrad and also like throughout your life in general, like how you would be a good fit for that program. So that can be anything like academics, your research, your extracurricular startups that you have worked on, or I mean, it's just like you need to convince them that your journey is a right fit for their program. So Priyansh, like you have something to add?
Priyansh, so you're on mute.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm saying that you've essentially covered all the bases, so I don't have much to add, but yeah, the things that they look for are your SOPs, your GPA, your extracurriculars. In all honesty, I don't think Karthik and I had the best GPA in our batch. We had a good GPA, but I wouldn't exactly go for the best out there. But we had other things. We had a startup that we created. We had extracurriculars with ourselves. So we we are here because your academics aren't the only thing. As Misal sir said, there are a lot of other experiences and exposures that make a person, and I think they look into it holistically. Shrivastava sir was one of the people who gave me a letter of recommendation to Georgia Tech. So thank you, sir. But yeah, it's
No, I think
connections that you make.
that's great. So I think also, guys, you shouldn't really have short-term goals in mind. You should really work on your personality and just have a larger goal, have a larger picture. Don't say कि ये वाला internship चाहिए या इस वाले college में admission चाहिए. Just keep working on yourself. Put your best foot forward, and you will definitely reach the skies, right? Okay, so let's take some
Yeah,
more questions.
one more thing I want to say from faculty side, that we are always for you people. Either you are in our university, we are going out of the university, you are in your professional life, so we are always with you. You can take us granted. Wherever you require us, we are there.
Yes, like Shrivastava sir was very kind with the letter of recommendation as well. So yeah, I do agree the faculty is helpful, and Shrivastava sir is a prime example.
And so we are also getting many questions relating to basically how to balance the internships and the research work. Like how did you manage to balance it, and what in what proportion does it matters while applying to foreign B school, like foreign universities? Sorry.
Um, we did our research under Rajiv sir. I think you study under Rajiv sir in I think fourth semester onwards, I'm not sure, but your research project is it should be pertinent. It shouldn't be something that you just randomly dream of or make a fortnight before the final project presentation. It should be something, if you actually something that you work towards, then it is something that you can back up and it has substance, and you can present it in a manner that is actually contributing to the research in the field. Karthi, you want to add on to that?
I mean, one thing that does come to my mind is like, at least the strategy that I followed is in the first 2 years of my undergrad, I just tried to explore as many different avenues as possible, and then like tried to zero in on what I wanted to do, like post undergrad during the course of my third year. So that could be something that you guys can think about, because it's like really impossible to have everything figured out when you start your undergrad, like what internships you want to do or what kind of research. And the only way out is to explore as much as you can. And that's where societies and interacting with your peers, and also interacting with your faculty, making use of all the resources at your disposal. That's where these kind of resources would actually be really helpful. So just explore as much as you can, because environmental engineering is a really diverse subject. And as professors have mentioned, it's really interdisciplinary, and there is scope for research which goes across different departments like computer science and electronics and whatnot. So, I mean, the thing is, you can never really know what you're interested in or what your drive is, as long as you don't really explore different avenues. So
Yeah,
that's something that you guys can think about.
like you don't have to limit yourself to the first 2 years like my dear friend Karthik over here did. I was exploring pathways till the end of my fourth year. I cleared CAD, I was giving GRE. So yeah, like it's essentially what you like, the clarity hits you when the clarity hits you. If you want to go into civil services, then you have to start prepping a little early than the rest, I believe. But apart from that, keep your avenues open. Just don't come into the college thinking that, okay, now I'm going to do civil services, or cool, no, this is the first stepping stone to my MBA, or first stepping stone to my 30 lakh job or something like that. Like, just explore. You have 4 years, it's a buffer point, just explore.
Right. And on that note, I think that, I mean, my exploration has still not ended, because my master's program, what I'm doing right now, it's not in any way related to the project that I did or the research that I did in undergrad. So, I mean, just keep exploring.
Whereas I have
Yes, sir.
specialized in the project that I did. So there's countless avenues that you have. So yeah.
So, what we also gather is that there is no right way to do a thing. And, you just have to make it worthwhile, whatever efforts you're putting. Don't really expect anything out of it. Just feel if you're enjoying or not. Because I remember I had this conversation with Karthik sir once, where I was like, I don't know what I want to do. There's biology, there's ecology, there's what. I mean, in today's world, everything is a problem, everything is a mess. And once you're into research, you feel like, getting to read a lot many papers and just diving making a head dive and just reading up on everything and just trying to find solutions for everything. So it might get overwhelming, but it is not. And just make everything worthwhile, and I'm sure you'll find a place on your CV if you wanted to. There's something you can learn from everything you pursue. All right. I think we had a question about IES again. So, Miss Alsa, we'd like to have you back.
What is the question?
The question asks if the society
So when
provides
is
any.
the right time?
Yes.
Pardon?
So when
Yeah,
is the
question
right
क्या
time
है?
to prepare for IES?
Oh, right. So final year, I guess. Final year it would do. Give one whole year and be serious about the technical subjects of the civil engineering, right? So you won't get to मतलब get shock at the end कि हाँ ये भी नहीं ये भी था क्या मेरे syllabus में. So be conversant with the syllabus and the technical concepts, because even if you go to the coaching centers, they will teach you how to solve, but the concept which you get in your class from your professors, so no coaching is at par with anything, way below. I'm telling you this because here professors are really knowing the things, and there they know how to solve the question. So do attend these 4 years regularly and try to gauge as much as possible. Technically also, you have to prepare for the semesters anyway, right? So if you do that thing, your journey will be become very easy, because this is what we felt, right? Because we focus on few subjects in our BTech, but later on the exam demands focus on every subject. So anyways, you have to do it either now during this 4 year or after that. So it's up to you. So right time will be third year and fourth year. From the sixth semester, you can start your preparation. Sixth or seventh semester. There's no doubt about it.
Thank you, sir. There's a frequently asked question which we get कि ski है तो सिर्फ civil and environment के लिए है क्या? And although it's been addressed a lot many times in everyone's address, I'd like to take it up again and say that no, it is open to all branches. It started out as a society, as a department society for civil and environmental. Environmental is also a relatively new branch, which is why sort of this is a department society. But like I said, the problems span all across. They are interdisciplinary problems. I have friends in COE, SE, IT, electrical, and we all talk about. They're all solving problems. What so like कि underwater क्या है या ocean के biology क्या है या फिर air pollution के लिए sensor कैसे better बना सकते हैं. So we all have to join hands and tackle these problems together. You provide some different expertise and you bring something else to the table. That is all what it is. We are engineers. This is what we do. We're tools to solve the problem. So please, like jo bhi aapka expertise hai, if you feel that you're interested in all our activities, if you feel you want to look into some environmental problem solutions or just attend some webinars or just get some insight in anything, please join. Like you can join our society. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, we'll take more questions. You can also unmute yourselves and just ask them directly to the panel members or the professors who mentioned here, or use the chat box, which you guys have been doing.
Deadline for the recruitment is, when is the deadline for, so that we can fill the form of Google Documents?
I don't think there's a deadline announced as of yet. Shambhavi or Shubham, maybe you could confirm, deny.
Yeah, actually, the form will be circulated till tonight, and we don't have a deadline as such till now. So just stay tuned for the updates in the WhatsApp group.
We have another question. That what amount of time do we need to spend on ski on daily basis if we join the society? Well, I think a senior could answer it, but as a second year student, I would like to say that no, it doesn't require you to stay back in college and work all day and night. It just needs your dedication on basically a day-to-day basis, and we have a lot of break between the classes, and you can just spend the time of between 15 to 20 minutes. We have regular meetings, we have organized events, and it will give you a great networking opportunity and give you a great exposure for this department and even various alumni network you can tap into via the society. So yes, no, it doesn't require a lot of time and it won't hinder your studies. In fact, it will even contribute to your personality development.
That's
Anybody
right.
else want to ask a question?
No, and also how societies work, right? This is a voluntary organization. You contribute as much, and aap jitna contribute karoge, you're just helping yourself. So keep that in mind and do not take any pressure of any kind. Obviously, whenever you take a responsibility, see through it. But yeah.
I just want to ask one thing, that if I start preparing in third or fourth year, for government services. So is the college supportive to those kind of students, or will there be any specific problems that we will be facing?
Problems regarding.
What kind of problem?
So is the college supportive, professors are supportive to students? Because of course we have to give time to those exams. So will there be any problem
No,
in
no,
managing
no.
semesters?
No, there won't be any problem. Anyway, you have to do the technical preparation, so you have to attend the classes. There is no relaxation in that, right? So you have to attend the practicals. So there is no relaxation in that. So you have to manage. Basically, you jack of all trades. That's why engineer. That's what engineers are called. So you have to manage, right? एंड कॉलेज विल बी सपोर्टिव. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप डाउट लेके जाओगे तो आपको कोई बताएगा नहीं. बिल्कुल सर, सारे प्रोफेसर, सारे टीचर्स आपको आपके डाउट्स क्लियर करेंगे. ऐसा कुछ नहीं.
तो सर थर्ड और फोर्थ ईयर में अटेंडेंस भी मैनेज करके चलनी पड़ेगी हमें.
यस, देयर इज नो रिलैक्सेशन ऑन दैट.
क्योंकि हमने सुना है कि डीटीयू में थोड़ा हल्का रहता है सीन.
नहीं, वो आपके इमीडिएट सीनियर्स बताएंगे. उस पर मैं ज्यादा कमेंट नहीं करूंगा. मेरे को 10 साल हो गए हैं. ठीक है.
एंड प्लीज
टाइम मैनेजमेंट तो
हाँ, एक सीनियर्स की एक प्रथा चलती रही है कि सीजी पे डजंट मैटर. प्लीज ऐसा कोई सीनियर मिले तो प्लीज उसकी बात मत सुनना. थोड़ा सा सीजी
हाँ,
पे
नहीं
बिल्कुल भी नहीं सुनना. सीजी डज मैटर एट एवरी वॉक ऑफ एवरी स्टेज ऑफ योर लाइफ.
ऐसा नहीं है कि तुम अपना मेंटल हेल्थ खो दो या मतलब बिल्कुल वन डिमेंशनल पर्सनालिटी हो जाए तुम्हारी. इतना सीजी मैटर नहीं करता है. बट हाँ, लाइक ऐसा बिल्कुल वो मत करना कि 5-6 आ रहा है तो और फिर उसके बाद कोई दिक्कत ही नहीं है जिंदगी में. फिर ये नहीं है. एंड हाँ, बैक आ जाती है, अटेंडेंस कम होती है, तो इतना हल्का सीन नहीं है. अंडरस्टैंड, देयर इज अ लाइन व्हिच वी ड्रॉ बिटवीन अंडरस्टैंडिंग एंड सम डेडिकेशन टुवर्ड्स योर स्टडीज. So there's that. I think we're through with the questions. All of us, like जो भी है doubts वगैरह, if you guys अभी एकदम से नहीं आया and something strikes, you can connect with us on our Instagram and maybe Facebook as well. And I think Shubham and Shambhavi, are you guys wrapping up now?
Yeah. So last but definitely not the least, we thank Tanmay and Akansha for making this wonderful PPT that we could present to you guys. So thanks a lot, guys. And with this,
even Kushagar, who has worked extensively on the website.
Yes,
Special mentions
definitely.
to him also.
Yes,
Which we
yes.
will launch later.
So with this, we wrap up our orientation for today. And thanks for joining. And stay tuned for the further recruitment process. And the form will be circulated by tonight. So stay tuned for that and do fill it out. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you.
So thank you very much, Shambhavi and students. And please go ahead. Please continue.
All the students can leave the meeting. Information will be circulated to you.